Android fans, behold, in my hands sits the long-fabled successor to Google's Nexus 7 tablet. Oh yes, the one and only Nexus 9. The Nexus 9 is noteworthy for a few reasons. First, it's a Google Nexus device, which means it's designed with close input from Google's own Android team in order to showcase the most current and completely unmodified Android software. Second, and on a related note, it's one of the first devices to run the brand spanking new Android 5.0 Lollipop release. And third, it's the first Nexus device and the first tablet created by HTC in a long time. The Nexus 9 is on pre-sale now from Google and a bunch of retailers for $399, $479 if you want a 32GB model instead of the baseline 16GB. It's expected to start shipping and showing up in stores on November 3rd. The Nexus 9 really is an in-betweener type of tablet. The Nexus 7 looks like a baby next to it, while the oft-forgotten Nexus 10 looks like a slightly bigger and somewhat less refined older brother. At first use, the Nexus 9 strikes me as being more suited for two-handed use, both in portrait and landscape orientations. You really can hold it comfortably in a single hand for long like you can with the Nexus 7. The benefit, of course, is that you get far more screen space, which will undoubtedly be nice for things like document work and video watching. The Nexus 9 may be made by HTC, but make no mistake about it, it looks and feels like a Nexus device through and through. The tablet follows the same general design aesthetic we've seen with the past couple of Nexus products, with a squared-off shape and soft-touch plastic back panel, featuring a textured dark Nexus logo in the center and not much else. It's all very minimalist and understated, certainly not the type of device that's going to grab a lot of attention for its appearance. And you know what? Given the Nexus line's recent history and Google's ongoing focus on content over flashy hardware, that's probably the point. The device does step things up from past Nexus tablets with the addition of a black-colored brushed metal frame. It's a subtle touch, for sure, but one that makes the tablet feel a bit more high-end and sophisticated. The Nexus 9 has dual front-facing stereo speakers, too, complete with HTC's boom sound audio setup. They aren't as prominent as what you see on HTC's own One M8 phone, more of small slits that almost disappear into the design, but at first listen, they sound pretty darn good. We've been talking about Lollipop for so long, but let me tell you, powering up a new tablet with it in place really does feel like you're experiencing a brand new operating system, one that's familiar, for sure, but also one that's fresh and modern, with nary an area that hasn't been retouched. You notice the updated look from the moment you turn the tablet on, thanks to the new and improved initial setup that sports Google's bright material design motif and makes it easier than ever to sign in and import your stuff from another device. That effect carries throughout the entire OS. While past visual evolutions to Android always seem to happen in stages, with bits and pieces appearing in different updates, this one seems sweeping and complete. It really is a whole new Android. We're not just talking a basic coat of paint here, either. The changes include the introduction of slick new transitions and animations all throughout the system that, even with just the first few minutes of exploration, help to bring an extra level of polish to the experience. Design makes a big difference in what a device is like to use, and 5 minutes with Lollipop on the Nexus 9 makes that abundantly clear. In my short hands-on time with the tablet, I was very impressed with the hardware. However, I wasn't too surprised as HTC always make great hardware. Pair this with the new Android 5.0 Lollipop OS and this becomes a very desirable tablet. The Nexus 9 is available in white, black and sand with 16GB and 32GB options over on the Play Store right now starting from $399. There is also a 4G LTE version listed in a 32GB option for $569, but this is still listed as coming soon. Thanks for checking out our initial hands-on view on the new Nexus 9 tablet and be sure to come back for even more content once we have one in for a full review shortly. Once we have this in, we will be able to talk about a lot more, including the final version of Android 5.0 Lollipop, camera examples, battery life and a whole lot more. The biggest competitor to the Nexus 9 right now is the Samsung Tab S, which specs-wise has a higher resolution screen, more RAM and a better front camera, so it will be interesting to put them head to head. A big thank you to once again to HTC for the invitation to London to check out the Nexus 9 and to get some hands-on time so we can give an initial impression and at least get a glimpse of what to expect. Thanks for watching New Tech Channel. Stay tuned. and subscribe for more videos.